Hey, Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop here. This is the Joe Zero DeathRace 2025 entry. This casting was already stripped. I had plans for it for something else, and never ended up coming to fruition, so it was sitting in my stack of unfinished projects. So I figured this would be a good starting point for this project. I like the fact that I already had the wheels and the stance and everything all set up. And yes, I know it's Gaslands related and the wheels are kind of shiny. I'll fix that later. So I kind of went through my pile of bits and baubles and crap that I had lying around and decided to put rocket launchers in the back. And I'll add some armor, window guards, so on and so forth. Here I'm just going to make like a little pocket. I'm not going to drill all the way through, just wide enough for the base of the rocket launcher to fit in, so it gives me a good surface area to glue and have a semblance of a chance that this thing's going to stay on there, because this is going to get shipped down to Joe. So I want to make sure it has a fighting chance of surviving the shipping. No matter how good I wrap stuff, it always ends up breaking. So that's pretty much why I'm drilling it, not just gluing it straight in there. This Loctite Fun Tack is a lifesaver. If you guys have ever used it, you know what I'm talking about. It works good for putting stuff on for priming, for alignment, if you're trying to fit stuff, and I mean all kinds of great possibilities with this. Heck, I've actually used it to secure axles and just left it there. So I had some green Rust-Oleum paint. I have no idea why I bought it or where it came from, but I had just enough in it, so I kind of quickly sprayed the body. I didn't prime. I didn't do anything. There's nothing fancy about this project whatsoever. Right here I'm making a roof rack out of sculpting wire and some tubing and styrene. Then I'll add a little bit of mesh that I had for screen material. Here I'm just making the brackets that the roof rack will sit on. So overall, this was just one of those, the last couple of years I've been wanting to enter, and I never did for one reason or another. So this year I made a commitment to myself that I was actually going to start and finish this project. And I haven't shipped it yet as of making this video, but I have everything kind of boxed up, ready to go. Here you can see that mesh that I was talking about. This stuff's really, really stiff. But it works well, and to me, for what it was the right scale. Honestly, it could be fiberglass mesh. I don't remember where I got it. It could be screen material. I've had it for like 5 years at least, so could be from anything. So I'll glue that on, trim the edges, and I'll glue it to the roof. There wasn't a lot that I did to this. The overall look and feel is I just wanted something that was going to have that scout look, like somebody was just on the road driving and keeping an eye out for potential hazards, and at the same time it's the wasteland, so they're bringing everything in the world that they own with them, and they want to do it in style because there's nothing too much cooler than a custom muscle car that's done up in this style. So I broke out my paints. Again, the Fun Tack's just holding everything to the cardboard that I actually primed on. And I pretty much left that stuff there right until I was ready to mount it. So it works out really well. Like I said, you got to try it, or anything like that. It's all the same. There's 1,000 different ones, but I've had this pack forever, and I just use a little piece here and there. It's lasted me quite a while. For paints and stuff, I'm just using the Army Painter sets that I've bought, and I swear by it. I love these paints. Nothing against Citadel. I still use a few of their things, but as I'm running out, I'm just sticking solely to the Army Painter stuff. So, and then for rusting, they have got some really good stuff out, and I kind of mix it with some of the MiG AK stuff. Here you can kind of see, but I wanted to put it on a base, so I put some magnets on the bottom of that. I'm going to put some magnets on the base of the car. These are not super strong, because I wanted the car to be able to come off, because obviously he's not going to use this as a base, in the game itself. So the magnets aren't really affecting the car rolling or anything like that. Not that it needs to roll. And I'm rambling. So anyways, I put the car on the base. It's just an M2 base. And I'm just drawing out where the car is going to sit. And I'm going to use some hot glue and some crap that I found at Hobby Lobby, I believe, for doing the little bit of scenery, some rocks, some crabgrass style stuff, moss. And then I'll end up, I use like an airbrush with some Agarath Earthshade, like a light brown wash. And I paint the whole thing just to give it that sandy look, because obviously the moss is, bright, as you can see right there. It's like bright green. Everything's bright, vibrant colors, and I say bright, but you know what I mean. It's not subdued. So I wanted to desaturate things a little bit, so I'll end up spraying it through the airbrush and kind of giving that monotone desert look. And I'm just doing a little bit at a time. This is the first opportunity I've had to really use my hot glue gun, so I glued everything, including my fingers. So, but this was fun. I liked making the base. The overall, and I've said this 1,000 times before, I enjoy building customs. I really enjoy these type of builds. There's no rules. I've said this on the Diecast Exchange weekly meetups. I've probably said it 100 times. It gives you that flexibility that you can just do whatever you want. There's no, oh my God, it's got to look perfect and pretty, and you can add whatever you want. You can make whatever theme you want. There's no realistic expectations of what something's supposed to look like, where people are going to say, oh, well, a real Barracuda wouldn't have rocket launchers. It's supposed to be wild and crazy, and you can use your imagination. And at the same time, you learn a lot of stuff. You learn how to, you learn about rusting and weathering and different shading and highlighting and all those kind of things. So I really enjoy these type of builds, and I'm going to be doing more and more of them as time goes on. So this is my finished product. You can see I put a little guy in there aiming a rifle at you. Overall, I had a blast with this. It's going to be shipped down to Jody, and I'm going to take out Mr. Jim Silva, because if you'll notice on the base after, I put his sign on there and riddled it with bullet holes and rust as a precursor and almost a prophecy of what's going to happen to him, because he's going down mainly for him making fun of me for getting kicked out of the pink slip challenge a while ago, and I got knocked out by a bus. So this is the car that's going to take out Jim Silva. So hope you guys enjoy. I will catch you on the next one.